Hello all, what's up party people? Today doing something a little different, but on my last run through of wanikani, I had some mistakes noted here. So I figured we'd do a quick little run through of the things that I'm getting hung up on. Record that for some background study and move forward from there. So first thing we've got up uh, is sayu, meaning left and right. It's sa for left and you for right, but together, naturally, they mean left and right or both ways. So just try and think of a dude going left and then right. Maybe he's a little indecisive about what's going on here. So sa you, both ways. Futsuka for second day. Um, so it's two and then day. But for the little mnemonic, the circus is in town this weekend, and you can't wait to get there. You want to show off your new Foots car to all the circus clowns, but you have to use your feet to get there, and it ends up taking you 2 days. Darn this old-fashioned foot car. So I'm imagining it's like a Flintstones car filled with clowns. Got to have that foot power, that Futsu car, that foot car. Then we got Miyuka for third day. On the third day, you have to give me a ride in your car. Me, you, car. I don't have a car of my own, so don't forget me, okay? Next, we got seventh day, Nanoka. You've been stuck inside working for 7 days, and today you finally have a day off. Your friend asked you if you want to go for a drive, but you say, nah, no car, because you've been cooped up long enough. 7 days is too long to be inside. Nah, no car. Eighth day, Yuka or Yoka. Every eighth day, you have to buy yogurt to fuel your car. Yoka. Your car runs on yogurt, but it needs to be refilled every 8 days to keep running. It's really inconvenient because it's just 1 day more than a week. And a week just feels better. Oh well. Yoka. Car full of yogurt, running on yogurt. Ninth day. Coco no car. So we got coconuts with no car. Don't have a mnemonic over here, but look at all these sad coconuts. Everyone else is on the street driving. Got 9 of these dudes at least. None of them got a car. It's very tragic. Coco, no car. 10th day, Toka. On the 10th day, they'll tow your car. Toka. They'll let it sit there for 10 days, but any more than that, and they'll tow it. So watch out. Princess. So it's important to note the order here. You have the king kind of happening first, and then the kanji for woman after that. The king woman is the princess. How do you tell this word apart from woman and then king, which means queen? Well, the woman part comes before the king when it's a queen, because the queen always comes before the princess. They're usually pretty selfish in the stories, right? As for the princess, the kanojo or the shoot, what's the other word? Ona. As for the princess, the ona comes after the king because she doesn't have as much power. That's why this one is princess. Ojo. Tamanegi. Since this word consists of kanji, or not that bit. That's not the bit that I care about, at least. Negi means onion in Japanese, but there are different kinds of onions, right? This happens to be a ball one, which is just one of those round ones, like a Walla Walla sweet onion. Do you know? Tom Manegi. Shutsu. As you're trying to exit this mountain range, you suddenly realize that someone is actually hunting you. What? Make sure to feel that sudden realization. It's crazy. Then you find the exit and run towards it. Sadly, the hunter is waiting there, and he shoots you through the leg, knocking you down. Focus on the surprise. Realize you're being hunted while trying to find the exit of the mountain range. Then focus on the next part where you get shot. View it in your head as the hunter shoots you. Pow. Shoots, meaning exit. 1,000. Isen. There's an U in there, so it's kind of Isen, like a Isen. If you have 1,000, you have 1,000. Nothing too crazy here. I like to think of the visual of the 1,000 kind of being a dude tipping his hat. Maybe he should be facing the other direction for this, but he's got ones all around him, and he's 1,000 himself. Iusen. Nuryoku. What do we got here? Meaning input. It's got chikara, meaning power within it. Enter something with all your strength, and you will look down to see what you're doing is inputting data. You're inputting it right now into this site. The answers you enter into wanikani with all your strength can be said with this word. Wow, and you're only on level 2. Look at you. Where you work, inputting things earns you new locks. Not only is your job about entering things into a computer, you're also paid exclusively in new locks. Maybe consider a career change. Nyuryoku, input. Chisai, small. Let's see if I can get this out of the way so I can actually read it. When you think of the word small, try to think of this cheese store. You go inside, and all of their cheeses are so small. They hand you a magnifying glass to see all the cheeses. You look at them and exclaim, "Why are these cheeses so small?" Chisai. Evening. You. There's a extra "u" at the end of it here. Young people love staying up the entire evening doing youth people things. It's really obnoxious for us curmudgeonly folk. Think about their skateboards. What a riot. No. All the "you" readings will use the word youth for the reading mnemonic. You can think of these youths as a group of younger people who cause a lot of the problems in this world, just like how we treat them millennials nowadays. You. Medama. I think it sounds like Metal Man, so that's what we're rolling with here. Uh, what is an eyeball? Oh wait, that's easy. It's an eyeball. Uh, but yeah, this eye is ballin'. The kanji for ball is king with a little drop on it. So think of that being as the king of Donkin, and that little dot, that's the ball right there. That's the baller's ball. One day. Suitachi or Ichinichi, whatever happens to come to mind. I think Ichinichi has a sing-songy sound to it that I like, but Wanikani seems to prefer the other reading. Maybe it's more common. On the first day of a new relationship, you just tweet a chi line at each other, or a cheesy line at each other. You're so in love you can't speak normally, so you just use bird calls and cheesy lines to communicate. I like how both Twitter and Line are both messaging applications. So we got Sweet Touchy, Twitter Chi, if you will, Tweet Touchy, Queen. The woman who comes before the king is no princess. This is the king. So woman and then king here, if we're reading left to right. Muika, 6th day. On the 6th day of your road trip, you finally arrived at your destination. You get out of your car and you tell it, "Muy bien, car. Muy bien. Muy car." And it's like a cow themed car at that, because it's a muy car. It likes to moo. 5th day. On the 5th day, I have to eat 5 cars. Itsuka. Now imagine yourself eating 5 cars. How do you manage to get past the first one? I'm impressed. This dude is eating these cars. Itsuka. New. Turns out, after you enter the teepee, uh, you remember that the radical is teepee with a big entrance to it. You're given a new one. Now you have two teepees. Imagine lights turning on and flashing. There's an entire audience inside. You're at a game show. The announcer announces the new teepee in his announcery voice. His new teepee. Feel the surprise. Feel the happiness. Feel the excitement. And a beautiful new teepee. All for you. You're new. Yo. Think about it this way. There's a famous fishing lure inventor working on his best work ever. He's old and he's been trying to make the best fishing lure for the last 50 years and knows this will be the last invention. That's when he figures it out. Takes one barb, connects it to the end of another barb. When he does this, he knows his work is finally finished. Make sure you look at this amazing fishing lure too. Hold it in your hand and see the two barbs fused together. Think about how strange this lure is. Is it really the best in the world? Will this really finish all the other fishing lures? And for the pronunciation, it's kind of got Ryu in there. So we got Ryu from Street Fighter, fishing up uh, Magic Carpet who evolves into a dragon, a Ryu, if you will. Uh, so Ryu, or is it more Ryo? My man's fishing. Itsutsu, get out of here. You have 5 things. What do you have to do with them? You need to eat them. Just imagine having 5 delicious things to eat, sticking each one on one finger of your hand, then eating them one after another. Make sure to count down from 5 while doing it. Eat Tsutsu. I'm gonna eat those 5s. 6 things. Mutsu. Note the doubled consonant here on the T. What are the 6 things you need to count? This time you are counting 6 cows. The reason is it's 6 because you want exactly 6 moves. No more, no less. You're very particular about your moves. Mutsu. Shio. So this is another reading for small when the kanji is by itself. Shou. This small kanji would be the perfect gift to give the shogun. The shogun loves little things, and the little kanji represents all of that. You're right. Shogun is written with a long oo sound. So make sure you spell it right from now on. Sho. Hitori. When there's one person alone, what are they? Well, they're just going to be simply one person, all alone. This kanji is just the number 1, and kanji for person. Tori means bird by itself, so this dude's just saying hi to Tori the bird. Hi, Tori, Hitori. Adult. You're an adult, which means, or I'm an adult, which means I have adult responsibilities. Oh, toner. I need some of that for my terrible printer. I feel so sad that you have such a terrible printer that runs out of toner every day. Oh, toner. Adult otona. Oh, toner. Look at them. They worship that toner. They need that toner. All adults need toner. Correct? Sei, or also sho again. You did the correct thing. So, so the shogun shows up to reward you. He holds out a shiny new saber. In his hand, he gently taps it on each of your shoulders and then hands it to you. It's big, it's curved, and you love it. Being correct got the shogun to notice you and a new saber. You better make sure to answer this kanji correctly in your reviews too, so you can keep being correct, keep having more nice things happen. Correct? Sei or shou. Middle, shu. I tend to always go for the other reading here, so I missed this one. Um, Imagine the fear and shock you'd feel after finding out it was Chewbacca who shot you in the middle of your mouth and head. Touch his fur. Look real close at his weapon. Give him a sniff, too, just so that the memory never fades. Look him right in the eye, hold that gun, give him a sniff. Chewbacca gets a sniff. Ona for woman. Oh, there's a woman in front of you. Who is she? She's Mona Lisa. Oh, nah, bro. It's Mona Lisa. She looked just like me. She looked just like Mona. I was thinking about Mona Pizza from WarioWare when I put this here. Tried to have it generate Mona Pizza. It doesn't know who Mona is. It doesn't know nothing about WarioWare. Three things. Mitsu. What thing do you have three of? The three things that you have actually are three versions of yourself. Who is the real one? You ask yourself. It's me. Wait, no, it's me. Just remember that there are three of you, and they're all saying me, 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 and they're all wearing suits too. Try and prove that you're the real you. Meat suit. Double T here as well. Note that for that kind of emphasized consonant sound. Key for tree. You walk up to the tree and you have to get inside because it takes you someplace secret. So you take out your key, you put it in the slot, opening the door in the tree so you can slip inside. Early on in Kingdom Hearts, you go in this tree. Kingdom Hearts got that keyblade. You know that keyblade. Not that keyblade, but that keyblade. You go in, you get your keyblade. There's a little graffiti on the tree. A little weird man in a cloak. He gives you some information. That's the key, baby. That's all you need. Right. You imagine a bunch of youths walking in a group looking at everything from the right. You remember when you were a youth and you used to look at everything from one side too. How do we know to look from the right though? Because the youths figured it out. Youths think in ways that older people usually don't. That's why you can see the swirls on cereal. That's why they can see the swirls on cereal. Hear the music behind noise. And of course, look at things from the right side. Look at them all. They all look at the right. All these kids these days being right all the time. Naka naka. Meaning very. From the middle of the middle comes a sound. It's a knocking sound. Knock, knock, knock. You open up the walls around this thing. Then you open up the second set of walls inside of the inside. And inside there is an old man who identifies himself as the knocker, the one who knocks, the Heisenberg. You go inside of him, you find another knocker as well. That's why it's a knocker. SMT, we got these dudes called knockers to show up in a 2-year eternity as well. They're messed up, man. You don't want to trust these knockers. They'll knock you out. Tama. So, I tried to get it to do Tom Holland initially, and I guess AIs don't like doing noted people or celebrities. So we just got Spider-Man himself in there, and the kanji is a king with a ball, the ball and king, if you will, the king of ballers. So we got Spider-Man Duncan is pronounced Tama, so think of Tom Holland. And think about that ball that he's just holding. He's got complete control of it. Ball, Tama, 1,000 yen. Senen. So there's no Y when you pronounce yen by itself. That got kind of dropped over time, I believe. But think about Chihiro from Spirited Away, because her name gets changed to Sen. Think of her. She found a coin over there, and that sucker is worth 1,000 yen. Sen en. And at least when you write it, you put the N sound in the middle for sen. Sometimes when they pronounce it, it sounds kind of just like say by itself, but you do want that N in there. Stand. Think of someone who has to stand straight up for you. These people are pros in hospitality. These are the doormen at the Ritz. Also, I put Star Platinum in there, so these people standing have a stand. My dad used to work at the Ritz, so that is helpful for me. Also, I think about Ritsu from Mob Psycho 100. What if he had a stand? What would he be able to do with that stand? What if Ritsu was at the Ritz standing by his stand? Imagine the doorman being extra straight, too straight in their standing. On their uniform is the Ritz written in fine lettering. And as you walk past them, they stand up straight and say, "Welcome to the Ritz." Whatever you do while you're thinking about it, make sure you think about how they stand up so straight and associate that with these doormen who work specifically at the Ritz. If you effectively imagine all of this, you should be able to remember the onyomi. Go through it like it's a movie in your head. Ritsu. Construction. Kou. Uh, all right, this one's good. Koichi is a construction worker standing in a construction site. Somehow, somehow doesn't make your hold on. Koichi is a construction worker standing in a construction site. Somehow doesn't make your legs tremble. That's okay, and that's totally normal. Do make sure you take this story to a ridiculous level to hook a memory into that brain of yours. Be mad at him for not following the construction site regulations. Where's his shirt, shoes, and pants? Why is he using that bulldozer like that? Alternatively, say you really do like what you see. You're gonna have to imagine a much better looking version of Koichi's actual face, though. You and Koichi make eye contact a little too long. He nods, puts his cigarette out, takes off his hard hat, letting his long Fabio-esque locks flow. You beckon him over and he comes. What happens next is up to you and your imagination. My guess is you have a very deep conversation about kanji, the best way to learn it. Hint, when you see the construction kanji in there, that kou, uh, we'll often take that kou reading. Remember that because it comes up quite a bit. Kou. Boon. Yeah. I think this kanji looks like a little scholarly dude, which helps because it means writing. So go think about that. And them scholarly buns. You're gonna eat those buns after you do all that writing for school. Hand, te. To remember the te reading, we will use the word television. You have great hands. Go ahead and look at them. Oh my God. You have little televisions on your hands. They're playing the dumbest show you can think of, too. Both hands, same time. Try to shake your hands off, but it's no good. The televisions are stuck. The volume won't go down. You have no idea how you got these televisions on your hands. All you know is that you want them off right this instant. Also, notably, this is hand, not hands, plural. So just think about that one hand, that one televised hand. Power. Chikara. There's also the phrase chikara ipai to think about. The kanji kind of curves inward like it's a dude flexing like towards his pecs. Like, the most powerful man in the world. All his power comes from his cheeks. Imagine him blowing up his cheeks like a giant balloon, then unleashing all his power on you. That's thwap, 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 by the way. Chikara. Book. Han. Think about Han Solo reading that book. When it's just the kanji alone, it's just book. Don't think about anything else. That's just the book by itself. Han Solo, the book, no more. He's a cyborg for some reason. Don't worry about that. You just straight up reading the dictionary. I think here he's learning a lot. Han needs to learn. And then we got Maru, meaning circle. Think about Super Mario as a circle, circular Maru. You know what? That's all she wrote. Um, if you are me, you'll probably play this back a few times in double speed while you go about your workday, and hopefully that'll help you not get these things wrong next time. Best of luck. Bye bye.